If you're like me and you tried to trade at work before, you know it's almost one of the hardest things to do. In fact, in all my years of trading, I might even deem it one of the quickest ways to tank your whole portfolio. Now, this does not mean at all that investing is not for you or you should not be trading if you have a job. But on this channel here, I trade options, stock options, as well as just stocks themselves. Today, I want to introduce everybody that's in the same boat as me to something called leaps or swings. Swing trading is just simply holding on to your position for at least 3 weeks to a month plus at a time. And a leap position, which is actually just a longer version of a swing, would be like that month plus to even out to a year sometimes, depending on the stock. One of the #1 rules I'm going to teach on this channel and try to ingrain in all of you guys is that you do not need to trade every day. I believe to be like the most profitable, successful, frequent trader that everybody wants to be, trading not every day is the best thing you can do for your portfolio. Now, when you're trading options, you have the ability to choose an expiration date out as far as the stock itself allows. The main problem with working and trying to be a full-time trader is that most people only see day trading. That's one of the main things people hear about once they even get into investing and learning about the gains that you can make in a short period of time. With this though comes with small time frame management where people are only looking at things on the 5, 1 minute, and I would say 15-minute chart, and not at all ever seeing the big picture. And while there's no problem with this because there's many traders, even myself, have hit off of small day trade gains, it's simply not the consistent route. And in all my years of being in the market, I've seen that the market literally pushes inconsistency. Let's just be real here for a second. Realistically, it's just not the right environment at all for you to be trading in. You cannot manage and watch your trades when you need to. At any time, you could be called away and missed out on a certain amount of percent. Or even, if you trade without a stop loss, you might even miss a move if your setup you've been waiting on all day comes about and you just have to go stop and do something else. Along with that too, sometimes setups come throughout the week. So as I said earlier about not playing every day, you can put in a play on maybe Monday, Tuesday, with what we're going to assume you choosing the right direction before the week's over. By the time that Friday, without you having to do any extra work, then that Monday, Tuesday, you will be within profit. Now, it doesn't always work week to week where you just put in one day and then by the end of the week you hit. This is still going to take actual time of learning the analysis behind the higher time frames, which are going to be the 4-hour, 1 day, 1 week, and sometimes 1 month. Your days will look something like this. You wake up in the morning, you check your charts as soon as you can, whatever downtime you have before you have to clock in. You give yourself like a quick bias about the day, read any news articles, and if you are this level of trader, you're going to mark out the levels that you see fit for buy and selling. And during your workday, you really only have to watch for these key levels as well as any new upcoming news, and this is where you plan your attack. You're no longer waiting for sub $1 movements for, good returns sometimes, but not at all safe for the circumstance that we are in. Another super benefit to swings and leaps is also that because the position size is naturally going to be bigger, whenever moving in the opposite direction of your play, you won't be losing as much capital simply because the powers at hand have a say in how much your contract is worth in the amount of time that we chose from. Getting yourself in a position where you have everything outlined the day before, the day of, and just being able to relax and sit and wait on your entries is way better than you trying to hit a day trade off of, quick news, quick reaction, quick volatility. It doesn't always work. And that's where the inconsistency comes from and what we're trying to break away from ultimately. Patience, discipline, and sticking to your strategy is what it takes to be a good trader. Now, we talked about swings and leaps and how to use them to your advantage if you work while trying to trade. But how does this exactly apply to you, and does it apply to you? Well, on this channel, we're focused on options trading as well as stock trading. I don't believe in margin or anything like that for anybody wondering. So if you are interested in learning how you can use swings and leaps to your advantage, or interested in options trading, or trying to just see how or if this works in the type of trading that you do, leave a sub, comment, and like up. Let me know what other information you guys need to get ready to trade. Everything that you need to know from the beginning. No question is too little at all. We're all here to learn and grow from each other at the end of the day. My next video, I will be doing part 2 of how to set up your trading profile before you get into your first trade. So make sure you guys check that out too. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.